Hello, welcome to Leadership Through Athletics. My name is Kim Reese and I'm a volunteer with the organization. The purpose of this update is to communicate with our supporters why our mission matters in Lansdowne. More importantly, we would like to convey the impact we've had on our community over our first 10 years. And finally, we will share with you what challenges still remain in front of us. Established in 2004, our vision was to make LTA more than just a community building. Our founders saw the declining income per capita, witnessed the struggles of a dangerously high unemployment rate, and observed the challenges of our youth's declining graduation rates. The foundation made it their mission to maintain the legacy of Lansdowne, making it a great place to live, and developing today's youth into tomorrow's leaders. At Leadership Through Athletics, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, our mission is firmly anchored in everything we do. We align our interests with opportunities that are good for our community. We proudly serve our area's seniors, adults, and youth. We encourage leadership values and development, enhance educational experiences, promote health and fitness, and work to stabilize our great community. As we go through this presentation, you will find the focus of LTA remains intertwined in these four ubiquitous themes: leadership, education, health and fitness, and investing in and stabilizing our great community. The founders of LTA were raised in Lansdowne and their parents still live in the community today, 85 years on Hammond's Ferry Road. They understand the serious commitment that is needed to make Lansdowne a better place to live. To appreciate where our journey is headed, we will start by looking at some of the challenging demographics facing our community. This is based on the latest data available from 2012. First, our income per capita in Lansdowne is $17,654 versus $36,056 for all of Maryland. Our median household in Lansdowne is $45,813 versus $72,999 for all of Maryland. As you can see, this shortfall has positioned our community at a legitimate disadvantage. Some additional demographics illustrate that we are also challenged in the area of employment. Our community unemployment rate is triple the overall Maryland rate of 5.4%. The poverty rate in Lansdowne is simply stunning at 22.7% compared to the overall average of 9.4% for Maryland. All of this combined has statistically led to a higher crime rate in Lansdowne, 11.2 per 100,000 people, well above the state average of 8.7 per 100,000 people. So as community leaders, LTA must continue to do more to impact Lansdowne. Our strong results over the past 10 years have allowed us the opportunity to start asking our corporate and local business partners to become more involved to solve these disturbing trends. Our LTA site. The Leadership Through Athletics facility was built in 2004 out of the inspiration, love, and dedication of the community. The founders recognized the need for a community space that could help youth and adults come together in a positive, constructive way to produce a better community. The facility consists of 20,000 square feet of usable space, 2 full-size basketball courts with hardwood floors, a multi-purpose room for a variety of activities, 2 full-size batting cages, regulation pitching mound, and community conference room. 10 years later, we are proud of what we have accomplished, nonetheless remain motivated and enthusiastic in all that we do. Our President, Brian White. Brian has served as president of LTA since 2009. Brian is a devoted leader and a successful entrepreneur. He is generous with his time, dedicating countless hours to our organization. Brian is an enthusiastic humanitarian, passionate about enriching our community, yet infinitely humble. Blending all of these remarkable qualities, he perseveres as our selfless leader. Any successful nonprofit organization needs to depend on a great volunteer base to make an impact on the goal. We have put together a committed team, but we always need additional help. We have over 15 dedicated volunteers that put in countless hours at LTA. However, we appreciate any new volunteers with great energy. You are always welcome to join our team regardless of how little or how much time you have to offer. As we mentioned earlier, we are guided by our very talented leader, Brian White. Brian not only serves as president of LTA, but also oversees the board of directors and leads our advisory committee, assisting us in charting our strategic course twice a year. Brian also leads our executive committee. They meet weekly and also hold a monthly meeting to review financial updates and current events. We are blessed to have an incredible paid staff led by our general manager, Kirk Crixton, who runs the daily operations, and Don Granger, our facility manager, who maintains our LTA home. The team has the facility looking better today than the day we opened to the community in 2004. As indicated in our mission, we desire to serve our community's seniors, adults, and youth. We seek to continue to acquire funding to enhance the following programs. Senior Weekday Walkers. We open the gym to our senior walkers 3 days a week and offer blood pressure screenings each month. We have served as the host courts to the Catholic Youth Organization basketball leagues for the past 6 years and running. We facilitate Camp Grace Youth Clinics. The camps teach the fundamentals of youth basketball at low cost to the community. We assist in adult basketball, baseball, and volleyball leagues and clinics. We host youth cheerleading clinics and baton twirling clinics. We function as the host facility to several of our local homeschool recreation programs. We support the Filipino Sports Association. We are honored that we have had over 420,000 people who actually participated in our fitness and sports programs over the past 10 years. Results matter. Let's take a look at some of the positive influences we have had in our community over the past 10 years. Community served. We averaged 82% over the past 10 years, and last year at 75%. Youth served. We averaged 61% over the past 10 years, and this past year at 50%. Free programs. We have averaged 37% over the past 10 years, with this past year at merely 6%. We recognized when we offered free programs in our early years, we did not have the additional funding or staffing needed to sustain these free activities. We saw a much better mix by running a lower fee, community-based program that allowed us to better manage our cost to serve while still honoring our mission. We understand that this is a principal area to improve upon as we are able to obtain a formidable volunteer base. We are continuously reminded by our Maryland Daily News, as well as news around the United States, that we need to make considerable advances educating our youth. In America today, more than a quarter of our students fail to graduate high school in 4 years. Even our soundest schools are incapable of competing globally. We have worked hard and made some gains, but it's not enough. At LTA, we will remain focused on supporting education. We will continue on our journey to discover more ways to positively impact our youth by keeping them off the streets and getting them involved in athletics in a positive, nurturing environment. Over the last 10 years, the Lansdowne Parks and Recs program has deteriorated to an all-time low because there is no parental interest to support the program. Kids stop playing sports and find other ways to fill the void. Kids are full of energy, and that energy needs to be directed properly. Now, more than ever, LTA has a calling to serve the community. These education demographics from our Lansdowne community are based on the latest data available from 2012. Our community 8th grade graduation rate is 62.8% compared to the overall Maryland rate of 86.6%. Our community high school graduation rate is 63.3% compared to the overall Maryland rate of 85.8%. Our community college degree rate is 9.5% compared to the overall Maryland rate of 42.6%. Again, you can see this shortfall puts our community at a real disadvantage. We must think imaginatively, but realistically about what lies ahead and prepare to meet it. We will continue to look for new ways and find fresh approaches to support education. Each October, we hold a Night of Leadership event at LTA. The Night of Leadership provides our special guests and community an opportunity to tour the facility and recognize local community leaders and volunteers. We have been fortunate to have a prominent speaker from the community or state as our keynote speaker, volunteering their time to address our LTA community regarding the importance of leadership. From 2011 to 2015, Keith Mills has been our illustrious Master of Ceremony for both our Night of Leadership and our annual Day of Leadership. In 2012, Stan White was our renowned guest speaker. In 2013, we were privileged to have Joe Ehrman as our celebrated guest speaker. In 2014, we were fortunate to have Judge Andre M. Davis as our notable guest speaker. And this year, in 2015, we are thrilled to announce our illustrious guest speaker will be Freeman A. Herbowski III. Please mark your calendars and save the date for this year's Night of Leadership on October 22nd, 2015, from 6 to 8 p.m. at our Leadership Through Athletics site, 2900 Hammonds Ferry Road. Staying in line with our mission, we will move on to leadership values and development. To reinforce leadership values and development, we defined the values of leadership at LTA and hung them in our gym. Some examples read, sports is fun, education is for life, and young athletes develop character, personal strength, and maturity when mentored in sports. And finally, leadership, like sportsmanship, begins with discipline and respect for others. As a continuation of leadership and values development, we offer the following programs at LTA: volunteer recognition, senior seminars, Camp Grace Sports, Night of Leadership, leadership recognition, the annual coaching clinic, feeding our homeless, and local adults mentoring our youth. As previously mentioned, education is interconnected to our mission and is at the forefront of everything we do. We seek to educate our youth, adults, and seniors. We offer an extensive assortment of programs including sports, leadership clinics, mentoring, senior weekday walkers, senior seminar series, feeding the homeless, and an annual clothing drive. Another valuable education program that started in 2010 included partnering with TechBridge to offer a GED program and job training programs. The funding for this program ended in 2013, so we continue to pursue our own backing to restart the GED program that Hinkles and McCoy started. With Lansdowne graduating less than 63% from high school, we need to obtain funding from local corporations to resume this function. The program graduated approximately 100 people in 3 years, so you can see there is a significant need in the community. Promoting health and fitness is securely attached in everything we do. Physical activity provides long-term health benefits to everyone. Offering physical activities for children puts them on track for better physical and mental health. It's never too late to jumpstart a healthy lifestyle. Physical activity is beneficial to people of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities. It is vital that everyone get active. LTA is working hard to make a difference with programs such as senior weekday walkers, blood pressure screenings, fitness opportunities, basketball, baseball, volleyball, cheerleading, and baton twirlers, as well as youth sport camps and adult sport leagues. LTA is encouraging the people of our community to incorporate physical activity into their daily lives so they will experience positive health benefits and be on path for a better future. Our mission matters in Lansdowne. There is nothing more important to the community than the safety and security of our residents. It is also imperative that we maintain the property values. For many of us, our homes are the biggest investment we have in our lifetime. In 2008 through 2011, we saw our home values fall dramatically, even greater than the Maryland average. But now, we have seen the trend start to stabilize, and this should have a positive impact on the community. The Founder's vision has remained focused and aligned on transforming lives and ending the deterioration of Lansdowne. LTA took advantage of the Baltimore County streetscape, an effort by the state and local officials to enhance our county. The county invested over $1 million on the main street through Lansdowne. 10 years ago, in support of this effort, the Founders partnered with the community to buy, renovate, and move new businesses into the area alongside Hammond's Ferry Road. LTA renovated and sold Town and Country Caterers in 2008. LTA is transforming businesses. LTA also renovated and leased 2900 Hammond's Ferry Road, but they didn't stop there. To date, they have renovated 7 properties and continue to transform Lansdowne. A quote from the Grace Brothers reads, "Our goal for the last 10 years has been to stop the deterioration of our Lansdowne community. We have been able to take control of properties, restore them, and make our community proud, safer, and more competitive." Our most strategic needs. How can you help? At LTA, we are always looking for volunteers. We need your support. Any amount of time, a little or a lot, is needed. We need backing with our Night of Leadership, golf tournaments, and board of directors. Another way to contribute is through United Way contributions. You can specify what organization you would like to receive your United Way offerings. It is essential that we obtain website support. Our education center would like to replace 6 computers. We welcome an expert in grant writing skills, and we need help tackling projects that require trade skills such as electricians, HVAC, blacktop maintenance, painters, and plumbers. We need support with our coaching clinic as well as our summer camp sponsorships. We would like to say thank you to all our supporters. Your support makes a difference for LTA and our community. We are grateful for the many people and organizations that have pledged their support. Your support is immediate and has a substantial impact. And for those who would like to donate, any amount of time or support is greatly appreciated and will make a huge difference in the lives of our neighbors. The Grace brothers grew up in Lansdowne, as did their parents, Dennis and Josie. Dennis and Josie called Lansdowne home for over 85 years. Josie answered phones in the family catering business while raising 8 children. Dennis ran 2 businesses and also worked a 3rd job helping his brother paint when possible. Dennis and Josie taught their children from a young age the value and importance of contributing to their community. Dennis Grace's 2 brothers, John and Jerome, who were introduced last year into the 2014 LTA Leadership Hall of Fame, also had an incredible impact on the Grace brothers. They taught them how to work hard in the family food business. Dennis and his 2 brothers were successful because of their incredible work ethic. There were many people who helped shape the Grace brothers' benevolent spirits, but their dad, Dennis Grace, had the greatest impact. Dennis Grace collected over 25 community recognition awards over a 50-year span from 1960 to 2010. However, his most inspiring trait has always been his integrity. He is regarded by everyone who knows him as an honest man with strong moral principles. He always does the right thing. The Grace brothers were guided by these positive influences and inspiring leadership. They were motivated to make a difference. They felt it was important to give back to the community that shaped their childhood and meant so much to their dad and family. We We are so proud of the Grace family for what they have done and continue to do for the community. They are a humble family, always reluctant to accept any recognition. When asked about their generosity in creating LTA, their favorite response has always been to say, "Leadership through athletics is about the Lansdowne community, not about the Grace family." They never want to take any recognition when discussing LTA, as they feel it will diminish the work that the foundation is trying to achieve. The foundation would like to recognize Ken Poultish, who was the fourth founder and took on the job of full-time employee overseeing the construction of the facility. He took care of all the day-to-day matters and issues, committing 4 years of his life getting the facility up and running. Thank you, Kent. 100 years from now, it won't matter what car we drove, what kind of house we lived in, or how much money we had in our bank account, nor what our clothes look like. But Lansdowne may be a little better because we were important in the life of a child in our community. Your support matters in Lansdowne. Please help us to continue our mission.